This is Happy Life with Joanna at yoursnews.in. I'm Joanna. Today, I'm going to talk about blind dating.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, Brad. There you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you very much. Cheers. This is nice.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a really nice restaurant.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's a bit posh for me.
I don't know what a pappardelle is. Is it a pappardelle? A pappardelle?
On Sunday, I had a wonderful blind date. If you don't know what that is, that's a date with someone that you've never met before and maybe never spoken to before. I've been going on blind dates since I was about 23, and I enjoy them. Now, I'm 57, and not a lot of women my age enjoy going on blind dates. None of my friends who are single still do this. 57 is pretty late in life to be looking for love, but I'm an eternal optimist. That's how I have a happy life, always looking for the positive. And I like going on them. In America, you can go on websites that help you meet people. I use a free website, but a lot of people use things called Match.com and eHarmony.com. And I know somebody who's met their loved one on each of these sites. So I went on a blind date on Sunday, and I met for coffee. I always meet during the daytime, and always in a safe place where there are people around. Safety is very, very important if you've never met someone before and you didn't meet them through a friend. And it was just delightful. Now, I've been dating enough since my 20s to know that a first good date does not necessarily lead to a great second date. But that's okay, because I enjoy meeting new people, even for just a little while. Sometimes blind dates last only about half an hour because you really don't like the person and you need to exit gracefully as soon as it's possible to do so politely. And sometimes they're delightful and they go on for hours. This was that kind of date. We really connected. We had a lot in common, and we have a second date scheduled for next Sunday. So I don't know what will happen. Maybe it'll lead to a third date. Maybe it'll lead to romance. I don't know. But I think for a happy life, you have to keep trying to get what you want. You have to be optimistic. You have to be open. You have to enjoy all the things in your life. You have to enjoy the moment. So even if the first date doesn't lead to a great second date, at least I had a nice Sunday afternoon with someone new, and that makes me happy. My parents were dating in the 1950s. There were really only a few ways to meet people. They could go to parties, they could belong to organizations like churches and clubs, or they could be introduced through friends and family.
Simple man, but now I understand. Oh, you look good.
But by the time I was dating seriously in the early 1980s, there were new ways to date. You could date through blind dates. Now, if you don't know what that is, I'm going to explain it to you. So a blind date is a date that you set up yourself with a complete stranger. In my 20s, they would place personal ads in newspapers. They would read like this: recent college graduate looking for someone who likes the outdoors for dating and love. Or something like, hard-working man loves fishing and hiking, looking for someone to marry. Things like that. You would say who you were and what you were looking for, and there'd be a way to connect with that person, usually through some kind of phone portal that was organized by whoever had printed the ad. And then you would connect with each other, and you would set up a blind date. Usually you would talk to that person beforehand. And I did that when I was single in my early 20s, and I met several very, very nice people, but none of it turned into true love. Then when I was single again in my early 40s, I continued to go on blind dates, but by this time, the world had changed and we now had access to the internet. And the internet has many, many websites for dating. In America, the most commonly used ones are Match.com or eHarmony.com or something called Plenty of Fish, which I like because it's free. And my friends who are my age don't like going on blind dates. Almost no one I know who's single at my age, 57, still dates. But I do and I like it. Even if it doesn't lead to true love, I like meeting new people and learning about them. I think it's the social worker in me. And I think to be happy, you have to be optimistic about your future. And so even though I'm almost 60, I'm still hopeful that I will meet somebody, and going on a blind date is a good way to do that. I know several people who have met the loves of their lives in their early 60s, so I'm hoping that love is still in the cards for me. And so I go on these blind dates and I enjoy them. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.
Increased, and now I finally see